Hey you guys, I love spending my days with you. I'm just gonna shoot this video real quick, then head out to lunch and do some more for the evening. But let's talk really quickly about the fact that Kail has come out with an exclusive interview with a blog called the Ashley'sRealityRoundup.com to talk about what went into naming Lux Russell, and his last name is not Lopez. It's actually Lowry. It's her own last name. And so she talked to the Ashley about how she came up with the name Lux Russell and the decision to give the baby her own last name this time around. Remember, her first two children have the names of their fathers. Naming Lux really was as petty as you would imagine for someone named Petty Betty. Check out her direct quote to the Ashley about how she came up with it. It took me so long to name the baby because I was trying to work with Chris to agree on the name, but we just couldn't agree until we ended things between us for good, and I decided I would just pick something I loved, and he agreed to the first time we picked prior to me deciding it would be the name for sure. Lux is different but not off the wall, and just as a fun fact, according to the Ashley, Chris really wanted the name Christian actually for the baby this entire time. And what did I tell you? Naming the baby did come down to an executive decision by Kail, and I'm not quite sure what to say about that. I know like they only had 90 days to decide, but come on you guys, you were pregnant for like 9-10 months, right? And so you didn't just have 90 days to name a baby, you had 9-10 months. And I do also have to say though that I'm not surprised in the slightest bit that it took Chris kind of leaving her quote unquote for good. I don't even believe that the two of them were ever together. I think he just cut her off from the D for her to decide on the name. She literally says that it wasn't until they ended things that she just, you know, made executive decisions on the names. You know, whatever, girl. On the plus side though, it does seem like it was one of the top names that Chris was into, even though he did ultimately want the name Christian. He did approve of the name Lux as well. So it's not too bad. She didn't like pick a name out of the blue, thankfully. On the other hand, the middle name and the last name seem to be, you know, what is going to blindside Chris. According to Kail's own mouth, he didn't know about the middle name that she chose. Russell comes from a hip hop artist, which is no surprise because remember her other son Lincoln's middle name is Marshall, which is an ode to Eminem, whose real name is Marshall Mathers. And in regards to the last name, I'm really interested that she decided to up and go for her very own last name this time around. I am of the belief that you shouldn't just casually give your kids, you know, the last name of the baby daddies just because that's like this historical thing. So I'm not like knocking that too much at all, but I do feel like Chris is going to be pretty pissed off about that, and only time will tell what his reaction to her just up and naming the baby without him. Like remember, he only thought of Russell as an option. He wanted the name Christian, and they couldn't agree on that. And then in regards to the middle name and the last name, he seemed to have had no clue about what she was going to go for. I would love to be a fly on the wall when he found out that that's what his child's name was going to be, and for the fact that that's what Kail decided only after they quote unquote broke up to be the final nail in his coffin. I can just imagine, because we've seen Kail for like a decade, you guys. Like we know how she is when she's pissed off. She's like, screw you then, I'm gonna do this, whatever, my baby, this. Like I could picture how bitchy she was about it, and how she probably texted him to really dig into his soul about, you know, not being able to name his own kid. Are you surprised that Kail pretty much chose the first, middle, and last name of the baby without really allowing Chris to pick even one indefinitely? Why or why not? I mean, it seems like they were collaborating for quite a bit, but ultimately it came down to Kail making the executive decision upon a breakup. I do kind of feel bad for Chris, but at the same time, like I said, they had almost a whole entire year to name this child. So too bad, so sad. Leave all your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below, and as usual, we'll chat. You can also like this video, subscribe for more. Feel free to share it with your friends as well, and follow me across social media where I absolutely love chatting with you. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.